This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
In the heart of Uganda, a new era in education is unfolding. As the High School Crossfire, we bring you how vocational skills are empowering the future. Welcome to the Future of Learning, Ugandan secondary curriculum, where students are not just students, they are creators, builders, and innovators. We are shaping a generation equipped with essential vocational skills, ready to conquer the challenges of a rapidly evolving job market. The new Ugandan secondary curriculum, where dreams become skills and skills become success. Join us in celebrating the potential of our youth. Witness the transformation as they learn, grow, and thrive. Be a part of this journey. Together, we can equip our students with the skills they need to thrive in tomorrow's world.
I am Eric Sempa Biandara. I'm the Director of Children's Welfare Mission and therefore the Director of Namugongo Secondary Vocational School.
My name is Alex James. I'm in Senior 3 at Namugongo Secondary and Vocational School. Still in the catering department, we learn how to do a mise en place, and the mise en place is how to set a table. We learn how to do laundry, how to welcome guests, and how to make them sit and to serve them.
So we thought that if it could be possible for a child to do vocational training from Senior 1 and complete it by Senior 3 or Senior 4, even if they failed to get fees later on, they would be able to work and make a living. That was one of the major inspirations. Young people begin to be trained early enough for their vocational skills, for their work, which was not happening in Uganda. So very early when we started Namugongo Secondary Vocational School, we decided that that was the way to go.
Hello, my name is Oela Gladys. I am a Senior 3 student at Namugongo Secondary and Vocational School, and I take part in the catering department. Well, for today, we had a 3 main course, and our starter was the pumpkin soup, and the main course was fish stew, accompanied with smashed potatoes, chapati, and buttered greens. And for the dessert, we had a pineapple platter, and the beverage was mixed fruit juice.
This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
Resolved. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tibati Avarin Mukalu, and I'm from Rubaga Girls. So, dear jury and the house at large, the second negator came and spoke to us and asked that should the peaceful negotiation really be prioritized always, and yes, I'm here to answer you. They should be prioritized always. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the negators came and talked about things like let us leave circumstances to determine. Dear ladies and gentlemen, what we are talking about is prioritizing the negotiation, dear ladies and gentlemen, is prioritizing these peaceful talks and negotiations, dear ladies and gentlemen. And the previous speaker came and spoke about something like we do not know the intention of the heart. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we spoke about something to do with human welfare and stability. The basis of our negotiations are for human welfare. And third of all, and most of all, dear ladies and gentlemen, we are having a neutral ground where these negotiations are going to take place. This means that we will not have bias on anything that is happening, because where the negotiations are taking place, it's a neutral ground between these two conflicting parties. So there will not be any bias or any favorism, dear ladies and gentlemen. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the farmers, we came and talked about everlasting peace. We are also seeing what is happening between Rwanda and Uganda. We are trading. We are living together peacefully because of the everlasting peace. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we also talked about reconciliation, the forever reconciliation, dear ladies and gentlemen. These military invasion, they bring an instant stop of
Point of
conflict, but they
information.
never end them forever. They always go
Point
back.
of information.
They always go back, make new strategies, and will never end these international conflicts because they always just go back to strategize. But when we bring in the peaceful negotiations, dear ladies and gentlemen, we put all the conflicting
Point of
parties.
information.
We put all the conflicting parties together, and we come from those tables and those meetings with solutions to the problems causing the conflicts, dear ladies and gentlemen. Hence causing forever peace. Hence causing everlasting peace, dear ladies and gentlemen. Dear ladies and gentlemen, one of my speakers came and spoke about protecting our important infrastructure like schools, hospitals, and hence developing the nation's dear jury. And I firmly believe that surely these negotiations are going to bring everlasting peace. They are the only solution and the only effective solution to end international conflicts between conflicting parties and to bring peace, bring reconciliation, bring love in the world, and bring everlasting peace, dear ladies and gentlemen. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we have even an example between Ethiopia and Eritrea. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the current leader of the nation, Ahmed Abiy, dear ladies and gentlemen, he solved the conflicts between Ethiopia and Eritrea through these negotiations, these peaceful negotiations, dear ladies and gentlemen. And this caused, and he even won an hour, dear ladies and gentlemen. He was ranked, and there is everlasting peace between these two countries. There is reconciliation between Eritrea and Ethiopia. But what about the military invasion? There is no peace. There is always fight. There is no friendship between those countries. They just bring inferiority complexes in countries and states, and also violating, dear ladies and gentlemen, their sovereignty. I rest my case, and we as the farmers believe that the negotiation should surely always be prioritized at the expense of military intervention. I rest my case.
To you all, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mukasa Alisat, and we as team negators stand on firm grounds as we say we should let circumstances determine which means to prioritize first in case of an international conflict. Dear ladies and gentlemen, our dear farmers have failed to understand our argument today. They are coming here and telling us how military interventions cannot solve conflicts. How? We have had very many wars that have been solved by international conflicts. We have the Korean War. The Korean War, whereby we had intervenes. We had USA and China. China was in support of North Korea, and US was in support of South Korea. What happened? 3 years later, the war was ended. The war ended. They are not even telling us any war that was stopped peacefully. We have always tried to prioritize peace. We can see in World War I, the Hague conferences, they were always there. But what did Kaiser William do, the leader of Germany? He walked out of 2 conferences, ladies and gentlemen, 2 conferences. How are you going to sit down and talk with such a person who is willing to leave conferences just to continue with war? Ladies and gentlemen, Hitler, a man who just wanted to see blood. How are you going to sit on the same table with them? Ladies and gentlemen, some of these conflicts happen, and like the other party is not willing at all to listen. The other parties are even willing to risk their lives to send suicide bombers just so as they can destroy you. How are you going to sit with a suicide bomber in the same room and begin negotiating? What are you going to negotiate? What if they come with bombs in their pockets and even bomb your leaders who have come, or your representatives? No, ladies and gentlemen, we should leave the circumstances to determine which means we are going to use. If the circumstances state it clearly that as it is, this country has attacked this one. It has sent a missile bomb to it. Are we going to go and sit with people who are ready to vanish the country from the map? Are you going to sit as you see bombs now and then entering in your country? You're going to leave them to enter your country? Why don't we react? That is why we need military interventions. Let other countries come in. We have the Turkish-Armenian war, as my speakers have just stated it clearly. This treaty, the Severus Treaty in 1920 was signed. What happened? After they signed, Turkey was very appealing. Yes, we have we are very sorry, we have decided. What happened later? Turkey bombed Ottoman Empire. And lives were lost. People were lost. People are going to fake themselves just in the eyes of, yes, we are here peacefully negotiating. No, ladies and gentlemen, let us not allow such an accident happen to us when we can clearly see it. Take an example of a strong country and a weaker country fighting or having a conflict. The weaker country needs another country to intervene in and help it. This is the military intervention we are talking about. And we're not saying that you should only prioritize military interventions. Try to understand our argument. We are saying let circumstances determine what we are going to use. If it is peace, let peace be there. But if military needs and it is the only first option, let military be used. Ladies and gentlemen, as Article 42 clearly states it of the UN Charter, that would be in that measures provided for Article 41 would be inadequate. It may take such an action by air, sea or land force as may be necessary to maintain or restore international peace and security. It allows a country to fight back in self-defense, to look for another country to intervene and help it. We have seen very many countries intervene. We saw how the Soviet Union intervened in the India-Pakistan war. It was called the First Kashmir War of October 1947. With that, we conclude by saying, let us not be blinded by peaceful dialogues and diplomatic negotiations. If circumstances call for other means, let us put them in. With that, we rest our case.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.